Prissy was led back to the bed where the dress lay and was again given the opportunity to humiliate himself. He took it, stumbling over the words. "Oh Jennifer, it's such a pretty little dress. Can I please put it on and show you what a good little girl I can be?" The girls made him repeat this several times, first in a feminine lisping voice, and then followed by a curtsy to each of his tormentors. Finally satisfied, the girls drew the short, pink, little girl's party dress down over his head and buttoned it up the back, its short skirt billowing out over the stiff, rustling petticoat. A wide pink sash was added. Prissy was required to pirouette for the girls. Prissy was then led back over to the vanity for her makeup. "Little girls like you don't usually wear much makeup, Prissy, but since you seem to have some trouble adjusting to being a sissy, we think it's appropriate," laughed Karen. In short order the girls applied makeup, mascara, blusher, eyeshadow, and bright, glossy pink lipstick to his features. Janet triumphantly pinned a blonde wig covered with sausage curls to his head, and placed a large pink bow at the rear. As the final touch he was given a tiny white patent leather purse to slip neatly over his wrist. With that, Perry, now Prissy, was placed in front of the mirror to view his new image. If the clothes and laughing girls were not enough, his humiliation was complete as tears began to form and drop down his cheeks. He was the perfect image of a little sissy girl. "Look girls," Catherine cried out, "Prissy even cries like a little sissy." Perry tried to turn away from the extraordinarily effeminate image in the mirror but was grabbed by the girls and forced to stand before his embarrassing reflection. He finally gave up his struggle and stood there passively. As he stared at the mirror he could not ignore the hardness between his legs. Combined with the humiliation heaped upon him by his tormentors, he was utterly confused and unable to defend his masculinity. After several minutes, during which the girls crowded around him, primping his hair and fluffing out the lacy ruffles on his dress, Janet and the girls stepped back, leaving Prissy alone to view himself in the mirror. Janet instructed Prissy to open his purse and take out the paper inside. "I want you to read what's on the paper, Prissy, and look up in the mirror while you do so." "As if you had a big audience out there," Janet giggled. Prissy unfolded the paper and glanced down at the prepared speech. "Oh come on Jennifer. Haven't you had enough of your fun?" he wailed after reading several of the lines. "Not in the least. But I'll tell you what. You read your lines, and do your best to sound like a pretty little sissy girl such as you look right now, and you'll only have to wear that dress for a few more hours today," Janet replied. "But if you don't, things will only get worse," she threatened. Prissy composed himself, and read through the short speech to familiarize himself with it. How was he going to say all of this stuff? Finally, with further prompting from the girls, he read it himself before the mirror, performed a curtsy as instructed at the top of the page, and began. "Hello. My name is Prissy, but you may have remembered me from earlier today when I pretended to be a boy named Perry, and debated about women's rights at school. A lot of girls were mad about the things I said, but I'm not here to apologize for it. I think everything I said was true, and I know, because I just love to dress up and be a pretty little sissy named Prissy. I hate wearing ugly boys' clothes, and can't wait for every chance to wear darling clothes, like this adorable dress, and do all of the things I talked about today at school, like play dress up, and house with my dollies, go shopping, and try to look my prettiest for the boys. But wearing pretty dresses isn't enough for me. I love to wear all of the frilly little undies too, like my ruffled panties." Prissy turned his back to the mirror and flipped up his skirts to reveal the many layers of white lace on his panted bottom, "My sweet lace-frilled petticoats." Prissy lifted his skirt in front to reveal the layers of lacy taffeta, and special touches like my makeup, nail polish, and this cute little ribbon bow in my hair. I don't know why the girls got so upset. I'd much rather be a little sissy girl than a boy." Prissy concluded by blowing a kiss to the mirror, and dropping another deep curtsy to himself.